Hello, friends, and welcome to Snap Judgments. This is Glazer and no one else. Everyone on Earth seems to be asleep as I'm recording. I am joined today by the only other human being awake on this Earth. It is not Toxic Soul King, because usually when I say person that's awake at stupid hours, it's Toxie, but the great Toxic Soul King has finally slept. Instead, I am joined by his compatriot, my compatriot, your compatriot, because he's gotten you to infinite at least once. It's Ika. Hi, Ika.
Hello, hello. I am awake for sure.
Now I'm not convinced. I was convinced, and now I'm immediately less sure. Uh, Ika, who are you? What are you? How can people find you?
I am awake, is what I am. You can find me at eka_mts on Twitch. That's where I play. I play this game, and I do pretty well at it. And I make pretty meta decks, and we do it live all the time. So please be there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Ika has the best Horde deck. So if you want the best Horde deck, go watch Ika. So, like, if you're a
That's
zombie
true.
Scarlet Witch fanatic.
Yeah, and there's no one else awake to argue against that.
Exactly. The only people awake right now are dead on the inside, which means they are, in fact, zombies, much like the cards that were buffed in the recent OTA. Damn, I'm a pro. Sorry.
Smooth.
Right. Not bad. All right. So let's talk OTA. We've got Zombie Scarlet Witch and Zombie Giant Man both buffed. Scarlet Witch gets a doubling of her power, going to a 3/4, while Zombie Giant Man gets a plus. His horde goes from +1 to +2, and he gets an extra power for a whopping +3 power on play. How do you feel about these cards now?
This was inevitable. It
It's
had to be
inevitable.
done.
It's inevitable.
Scarlet Witch was feeling very underpowered. Anytime I played the card, because I was testing it consistently since it came out, it just never felt right to play. And one of the big reasons, and something that, like, yeah, of course, 2 power on the board is great for the card, but one underrated reason is a lot of the time I wanted to use Merlin spells on the same lane as the Scarlet Witch, and a lot of like most of the Merlin spells basically target the lowest power card,
Hmm.
and it would always end up being Scarlet Witch, and I would just lose the card on that space. So now you have easier time playing your like 1 costs or 2 costs that are 2 or 3 power, and you can just kind of cycle out the cards from there with Merlin spells. Um, Skills, I should say. Sorry. So yeah, that's great. And Giant Man is fantastic. Like now, it actually feels like a big card. It felt never worth it really. And now I'm like, okay, can I put this into my Horde decks? And look, still not every Horde deck requires you to play Giant Man because the way the deck building works. But I think going forward, as a couple more cards get added to the Horde mechanic, you should probably expect Giant Man to be making those lists.
So, full disclosure, I didn't do my first ever weekend missions for any card in the history of weekend missions. I couldn't bring myself to play 3/2 Zombie Scarlet Witch. I
Yeah.
played 0 games with her until right before the buff, when I knew the buff was coming. I
Yep.
couldn't. She was so clearly a terrible card. Every time I played her, I beat her. I had a literal 100% win rate against Zombie Scarlet Witch decks, which is not supposed to happen. I think she's solid now. She feels like reasonably good. She also feels really good because the Hunger came out, right? Like, I think the Hunger is just
Yeah.
really, really
Yeah.
good with her. But like, because the Hunger is now, that's 5 power. Your Horde is immediately 5 power, and 5 power is a real number. 2 power is fine, but 5 is great. And like, you can usually play an extra card or two there that turn, and now you've got like a 7, 8 power, like an 8 power, 9 power, whatever math power Horde, right? That's a good number. You're perfectly happy, and now you've done that in like one turn without committing your whole game plan to it. And you don't need to get to 15 power. If you get to like 8 power, you're pretty happy with your Horde, right? So
Yeah.
your 3/12s are generally good cards. So like, I think she's good now. I think she's a worthwhile play now. Um, I still think I only really like her in Horde decks for the most part. I don't think she's like splashable. I think they meant for her to be splashable, but even now I don't think she really is, because I think that The kind of stuff she goes with, like kitty stuff she goes with, isn't really like a good deck. I know that like safety was messing with it for a while. I think you messed with a version of a kitty thing recently. They're like fine, right? But they're clearly like also ran decks, and I don't think she's strong enough to push them over the top. But
Yeah, I think what it comes down to when we're talking about like kitty style decks is that it's just a lot of green power. And yeah, we'll get to the Shadow King and his situation, but it's still you're still super vulnerable to just a single tech card. Whereas I think some of the other builds going forward could distribute that power a little bit better.
mhm.
Like I said, like the kitty decks just really love green power, and green power is very vulnerable.
I mean, less so, but we'll get there. Just
Mhm.
I'm impressed with Zombie Giant Man right now. If you get to an 8 power horde, which again is like this extraordinarily easy thing to do if you're running the right deck, then he's gonna play for like he's adding 2 to that horde, right? So now it's 10 and he's playing for a 5-14. That's good power.
Yeah.
That's like just good power. And like that's a thing that can be dropped anywhere. If you can drop that with a Sasquatch or even just with a giant kitty, you're really, really cooking. There's times when you can still play another card in the Zombie Scarlet Witch lane and then play Zombie Giant Man, which is really, really great.
Hmm.
I'm more impressed with him than I thought I was going to be. He felt small before, and now he feels like he's, I think, better than Devil Dino and probably better than Ronin, but worse than Darkhawk. Where do you land on that?
Yeah. Yeah, because we're talking just like super stat stick 5 that requires some investment from previous cards on the board. Yeah, that's like a good comparison to use. I think in terms of just investment, I think both Ronin and Darkhawk require less
Hmm.
to get more power out of it. But if the ball is rolling, I think it just outpowers all of them in terms of like just the pure 5 that you play for power. And it's also one of those things where this is a much better turn 6 play than either of those.
Mm-hmm.
Those cards you kind of want to play on 5 and then do something else on 6, whereas this is just a good 6 turn 6 play, like combined with another 1 cost, right?
Yeah, very, very agreed. So the reason I like him better than Ronin, because I think like Devil Dino is lagging in like a real way behind the others, poor Dino.
Yeah.
But the reason I like him better than Ronin is because I have to run a really suboptimal card for Ronin in the terrible Master Mold, or I have to run a Maximus and like play my whole game around a 2 that I can almost never play on turn 2. Whereas
Yeah.
this, like Scarlet Witch as a 4 drop is a real power engine, right? If I can make that little power engine happen, I'm now competing in 2 lanes automatically without a lot of extra bullshit. And all of a sudden, Zombie Giant Man is this really powerful and useful thing that I can do, right? Like now it's like I'm already frustrating my opponent in 1 lane by like building up that horde. And by building up that horde, I'm playing in Zombie Scarlet Witch lane, so I'm investing in that lane. And I'm already competing in 2 lanes. And now they have to figure out where my like 14, 15 power thing is. Like it's just power on power on power. It's the like third power of its deck. And I think that that makes it reasonably good. And I hated this card a day ago. So this is a
Yeah.
great OTA buff.
Yeah. Agreed.
All right. Um, Scott Denham of SnapFan, hi Scott, asks he's seen some hand wringing about zombies being too good. Where do you land?
Um, no, definitely not too good. Uh, yeah. I don't know. Like they feel fine right now. I think it's also one of those things where like people aren't really countering it yet,
Hmm.
really, like deliberately. So it feels like an easier time on ladder, but soon as it gets to a certain point where people get bored of playing with the new toys and they're like, okay, let's make a deck that actually just counters it straight up. It's not gonna feel as good.
I mean, it doesn't beat Invisible Woman First Steps decks even now, like ever, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't beat a move deck like ever. You better be
Yeah.
running Mercury to have a shot. It doesn't beat generally like it's okay against Supergiant decks, but it's not great against Supergiant decks. Where like you want to drop that giant man under the Supergiant and that's just Eliath or Negasonic bait.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
the best decks in the meta, and those are still like even after this OTA, my big 3 And like, if you want to, because Fudge's ongoing is freaking everywhere right now, it doesn't beat Fudge's ongoing.
Exactly.
So like,
Yeah.
if it doesn't beat any of the 4 best decks, then it's probably not too strong.
Yeah, like my issue still with the Horde mechanic is that it really wants you to be one of those like mid-range packages that can have tech.
Mm-hmm.
Like perfect example would be something like the deck that Cougar played
Right.
in the tournament and won with. It's like here's my 8 card package that does a lot of power easily, and then I have like 3 or 4 slots for tech that is relevant in the meta. And the Horde decks aren't quite powerful enough in small package
Yeah.
to justify having a lot of room for tech, nor are they big enough to be like a big combo deck or anything like that. So it's kind of in an in-between space right now.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean that it won't get better. It doesn't mean that we won't figure out a better shell or something like that. But like it's definitely floating on the second tier of decks.
I think this is a good point to defend a take I had earlier. So I tweeted last week. I want to say last week, but time is a flat circle. So I tweeted last week that you should not be playing fair Marble Snap. You should instead be trying to go over the top and do stupid things. And then I was like, and then people messaged me and they were like, well, why did Cougar win with his thing? And it's like, well, I was talking about ladder, not a tournament, one. But two,
Yeah.
like 99.999% of the people who read that are not named Cougar. Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And then like even the ones that are named Cougar or similar enough to Cougar are named Ika and Safety Blade. And like if we're chilling at rank 500 on ladder, like, or 10,000 on ladder, that's who I'm talking to. Like the people that are going to win with anything at the top of the infinite leaderboard are not exactly who I was referring to. I think most players who are not going to play extraordinarily technically sound Marble Snap every game should stop trying to play fair right now because there's just not enough tech to stop you.
I couldn't agree more.
Cool.
Yep.
That was easy. I like when that happens. All right.
Yeah.
Speaking of playing unfair, it is Invisible Woman for Steps, who is now a 3-3, down from a 3-5. I don't have a huge take, except, yep, this is probably right.
Yeah, I agree. This should have happened weeks ago.
Yeah.
Many weeks ago. It's just seems like the only possible way that the deck and the card could have been fair. We went through a hell of a meta. Right now, it definitely is on a downward trajectory, even though it's still very powerful. But being able to be targeted by Lady Deathstrike already makes the card like that one extra tech option opens up a lot of room for counters. Right before we only had like basically Supergiant, right? Like now, even running just a Lady Deathstrike can really mess up even Red Guardian, right? Like it's just
Yep.
easier to target the card now, and that's just how it should have been. How it should have been to start with, but you know, at least a couple weeks after it came out, that's what it should have been at. So you know, it's good that they did it at least.
I'd like it noted that in 2 weeks, if you want to play this card, this is a buff. In 2 weeks, everyone's going to run Lady Deathstrike for 2 weeks. And then everyone's going to stop playing Invisible Woman. And then the second people stop playing Invisible Woman, everyone's going to stop playing Lady Deathstrike. The second you go like 5 games without seeing a Lady Deathstrike, just go back to the Invisible Woman deck. It'll be better because no one will be running any counters.
Yeah, this is a kind of a little topic that always kind of comes up when we talk about like meta and stuff like that. You want your really cool combo deck to not be the best deck in the game.
Very
It's
agreed.
always the case.
Which is why, like right now, if I just wanted to climb and all I cared about was climb, I'd play Move. Everyone's busy doing other shit and cutting Mercury, and if you're not running Mercury, Move just has no bad matchups.
Yeah, 100%.
Shadow King is a 3-4 because they have to sell Zombie Scarlet Witch somehow.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a funny one. Yeah, it definitely is. That's the biggest buff to zombie stuff in the Horde mechanic. No question. Like that's you have to really consciously make a decision to put Shadow King in your deck now, whereas it was kind of slappable now.
Guess who just woke up?
Oh yeah, Mr. Soul King.
Let's add him to a call since we're just using desktop audio.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
So give me a second. We are going to be joined momentarily by our good friend, the Toxic Soul King, assuming I can figure out how to add him. How do I add him to this? I press add
Oh,
friends to DM. So I'm on
talking
it.
about Shadow King.
I'm on it. I'm on Toxic Soul King. Create group. But now we're waiting for Ika to answer. Sorry about this, everybody. We made Toxic Soul King stay up all night. We should have him on. Ika, say words, please.
Words
All
and
right,
things.
chat. Can we still hear Ika? Now Toxie has to actually answer. So, answer the call, and let's continue with the OTA because that's enough time to devote to that, and then he will just pop up, and everyone will be able to hear him ideally.
Yeah.
Again, chat. If you cannot hear him, please let us know. Okay, Ika is still here. Great.
Cool.
All right, awesome. So continue with Shadow King. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no. Yeah, selling the season pass is good for business, and you definitely want to do that. So, yeah, you gotta nerf Shadow King. You can't make the card too easily splashable. The right now, like the best tech option probably would have been to just have like Shadow King and Juggernaut, and then just absolutely demolish
Mhm.
anything. So that's harder to do. Also, makes it so that you have to like a lot of these decks that have a slot for a 3-cost tech card have to now make
Mm.
really hard decisions. Do I want to run Mobius? Do I want to run Shadow King? Right? Like
Red Guardian. Red
now,
Guardian's the big one to me. Shadow King versus Red
yeah,
Guardian is hard. They're both
Red
3/4s.
Guardian, sure. Um, yeah, so now you have to like make some cuts. You have to omit some tech cards, which makes you worse into some matchups. Like I barely seen Mobius, which we'll talk about in a
Hmm.
sec as well. But like, yeah, people are making hard decisions in terms of tech. So it's a nerf that benefits the game in a way that right now, like the horde mechanic, because everyone wants to play with the new cards. But going forward, I don't know how healthy they'll be.
My theory is that only Victoria Hand wanted Shadow King before this, really. I mean, I guess Scar decks, but like nothing else really wants Shadow King. And I think that's still what wants Shadow King, but it'll be harder to play now. It's
Yeah.
fine. Like it's going to be fine. It's just people will start cutting it a little bit because it's gotten significantly worse. So people will play it a little less until they realize they have no choice. Like I don't think Shadow King is a card people play because they want a tech card. I think Shadow King is a card people play because otherwise like 10 decks just destroy them.
Yeah.
And so I think
Yeah.
Shadow King will find his way back into the meta. It's just going to be a little bit. And he's going to be sort of like Shang, where his cost ends up losing you some games where you're just like, I really, really need an extra energy. I do think all these changes lately have made Luna stocks go through the roof. I think Luna is
Mhm.
like if you're running tech, you can run Luna, Cosmic Ghost Rider, Shadow King, Juggernaut, Negasonic, and like you have like this control package that I think is incredibly strong.
Yeah, I've said this on my stream as well. Luna is probably the top 5 cards for me right now in the
Mhm.
game. It's just incredible. It's power, like raw power,
Mhm.
ramp. There's some disruption that you can do. I don't know. It's just incredible card. If you don't have Luna, I would highly suggest you target that card.
Yep. Especially if you like tech, right? Like, because all the techs are awkwardly costed. But if you have Luna, they're costed exactly the same way as they were.
Yep.
So, um, Mobius and Mobius. Fire. Ika.
3/3.
Oh, oh,
Yeah.
you were thinking. He was thinking, everyone.
Yeah. No, this makes me happy. Mobius is a card that is a necessity in the game. Sure thing. I don't doubt that or disagree with that. You kind of have to have a card like this because otherwise, Mr. Negative is the greatest deck in the game. But it should not have been a 4 ever, really.
Yeah. What were they?
It's just
What were they thinking?
I know what they were thinking. This was during Mr. Fantastic's
Oh, right.
like
Reign of Terror.
first steps. Yeah. So they were like, "Oh, here's a way to not nerf Mr. Fantastic first steps." Um because they do that a lot where they just like buff the counter so they don't have to nerf the season pass card. And so that's what they did that, but it just should never be a 4 power. You should feel the pain of running Mobius in your deck. You should like it should be painful to you is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's good.
So I think they could make him a 3/2, and then they should nerf negative into a 5-cost card.
Oh wow.
That's my take. You should have to ramp to play negative. You can make him a 4-1 at that point. 5-1, excuse me. I don't care. Make negative a 5-1, make Mobius a 3-2, and let's go. My big concern with that change would be that I think the ongoing stuff that uses like Ravona Moonstone stuff might end up too good. But we have tech for that.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to like let that play out and see where we land. Whereas I think Mobius and negative make the game less fun overall.
Yeah, Mobius definitely. Mobius is the only argument for having Mobius is Mr. Negative, right? So
Yep.
yeah.
So just kill them both. Like, I think Mobius is still going to see plenty of play, especially if you're lower CL, dear friends, because there are no good Series 1, 2, and 3 3-drops anymore. Juggernaut, Negasonic, all the good ones are gone. Yeah. Like, you can run Polaris, but, like, you're just casually running a Polaris for no reason at that point. Like, I'm not sure what good Series 3 3s really exist. I'm trying to think of any. And, like, it's just Mobius.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess Shadow King now, right? But, like...
Well, yeah.
But it's rare. So I do think this is going to be just kind of junky now. As Wombat notes, a negative nerf could just be Jane pulling native 0-cost cards instead of negative 0-cost cards. I'm fine with that too. But like, I don't know. Like, I feel like that limits Jane's design space later, whereas negative is the problem. Like, if they wanted to do something cool with like let's say they release a couple zeros and Pixie becomes really cool, right? Knowing my audience for this argument, then like you're going to be really sad that we made that Jane change to mess with negative.
Yeah.
All right. Rogue is a 3-3. That's 1 power 2 for you. Go ahead.
Yeah. Like, I get the carefulness around Rogue where you're like, you can't make this too powerful, but like, why not? It's just with the gap that we have with Enchantress and Rogue now, like it should be more of an option for you to run Rogue. But it's still not. It's just a 3-3. Unlike Mobius, where you are more likely to get use out of it, even in a smallest amount of way. Rogue is just straight up dead sometimes.
Well,
just straight up.
Well, like, what is Rogue? Negative at least counters a bunch of locations, right? Like, Mobius at least counters a bunch of locations, excuse me. What does Rogue counter if your opponent's not running, Why is Toxic in chat and not on the call still?
Say words.
I am here all the time. I didn't want to interrupt.
That's why you're on a podcast. You have to interrupt.
You're literally on a podcast. If you don't talk, you're not on the podcast, Toxie. That's like how that works.
I was waiting.
Also, lower your volume just a little, please.
Sorry.
It's okay. While you do that,
better.
So Rogue could say highest or lowest cost ongoing. Probably has to be highest because of Sam Wilson, and that'd be better. But just make her a 3-4. Like, she's fine as a 3-4. Nothing breaks with her as a 3-4 because 90% of the time when you steal an ongoing, it doesn't do shit for you.
Yeah. Yeah, like if you're stealing their Iron Man, you're winning anyways. It's not like power matters, right?
Yeah, exactly. And what else are you really stealing on a regular basis that matters? Like, people aren't running Darkhawk like that. You're trying to steal like their Mobius or something, and then who cares if it's a 3-4? Like, unless you're like, it's just make her a 3-4. Like, and then let's see if she's any good, because she's not right now. I can't play a vanilla 3-3. It's just not a thing you can do.
Yeah, it's like you can, even without Cosmo or anything like that, you can still somewhat counter the card, right? You can put stupid ongoings with your main ongoing and be like, roll the dice, buddy. Like, you know.
I mean, that's that's like when Rogue is meta, I just play my multiple ongoings in a lane and say, all right, beat me if you can, right? Like, take your bad odds and let's see what happens.
Yep.
All right. Toxie, do you care about Firelord?
I didn't care before Firelord, and I still feel like he's way too niche. Like, I was thinking, how could I make this card good, and nothing made sense. I, I was trying to do something with Firelord and like the Khonshu Iron Man deck, but which 3-drop do you want to revive with Firelord usually? Like, except of Sage, there's no real 3-drop I want to get back with Firelord. If you would at least buff them more or do something else, but he's just a 4/7 with fancy stats, but way too low. If I think about the fact that Misery is a 4/9 and
Yeah.
the way she's doing stuff, him just being a 4/7 is just kind of sad.
Yeah. And until Safety Blade decides to share some secret deck that apparently he's playing with
No.
Firelord or
That
something.
you got the wrong card. That was Frankie Ray Nova. He shared it. They just
Oh,
look
no, you
alike.
sure?
Let me double check. I'm 90% sure he just shared it. Give me a second. Continue talking
Okay,
about
I
whatever.
thought, yeah, but I thought he mentioned playing Firelord too. But anyways, yeah, no, I don't know. Like the one card that I'm not even gonna touch ever really is
Yeah, no,
Firelord.
like yeah, it's literally Frankie Ray, just for the record.
Okay,
It's
okay.
Frankie Ray. It just looks like Firelord in the art, and Firelord's just buff, so it's on everyone's mind. It's just
Perfect.
it's just the Sasquatch Mockingbird Frankie Ray thing, running a Zombie Scarlet Witch package.
Okay. Then there's no hope. um, it's just like I don't. I leave these kinds of cards to the likes of Jet.
Yeah, he doesn't
And
play it. If Jet doesn't play it, why do we care?
yeah, exactly. Well, that's kind of the point I was trying to get to.
Yeah.
Like, I leave those cooking to people like him, and even if he can't make it work, then how can I make it work? Jet knows these kinds of cards in and out, like the back of his hand. So I don't have any business in making Firelord work, because it doesn't really interest me.
Sorry,
I don't
my
like
cat is
these
attacking my
like
foot. Continue.
as they do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It just the power doesn't really matter to this.
So
Maybe it does. I
I
don't
mean,
know. Someone
I
will
don't.
probably find something, but I don't know.
No, like I think power matters, but like 4/7 isn't 4/9. Like if this was a 4/9, I'd run it just to be like, I'll play Gambit shit, right? And I'll just
Yeah.
play a 4/9 that gets me back like a Sage or whatever nonsense. Like that's cool. I'm willing to do that. Like I would mess with that kind of thing, right? But for now, I don't care.
This
4/7 is
might
not enough.
this might just be the new destroyer. It's so bad it gets like buffed +1 or +2 power each
Forever.
3-4 months, and maybe one day they realize they need to rework here.
They're gonna bring back series drops, and it's just gonna be Firelord.
I wish that they should probably change the mechanic of it. Like it's just too similar to every other card that's already better. I feel like, but yeah. Anyways, that's
Look, Airwalker was a home run, and Firelord was a strikeout. So, because Airwalker is awesome. Okay.
That's true.
I swear to God, if we spend 10 minutes on this card, I'm kicking you both off this podcast. Warlock is a 3/4. Hooray!
yay.
They just she still doesn't work properly with She-Hulk. Your curve is still completely fucking screwed when you want to play her with Moon Girl, where you have to have the perfect draw. Therefore, Warlock is still bad.
Yeah, it's one of those cards where you're like, if you're playing She-Hulk decks, you kind of like are like almost legally obligated to play this card, as whatever you may think of the card. But
Mhm.
the problem is that whenever I play Warlock, I'm like, all right, I'm skipping turn 5. Cross my fingers that don't Mobius me
Well,
on turn
cross your
5.
fingers that all the discounts don't go on She-Hulk, who then further discounts herself.
Yeah, or that, or something like that. Even like it's just skipping 5 is so scary
Mhm.
in this game. Um, and this really incentivizes you to like skip turn 5. And if your opponent is smart and is running Mobius, which again, it's not like it's unlikely, they could be. They will just save it for turn 5 and just slap it down. And it's worse. It feels worse than when you play Sarah and they play Mobius on 5. That's just worse, right? Like that, you just
Yeah.
didn't do anything for a turn.
You know what occurs to me?
So,
What card really kills She-Hulk as much as Mobius is Sasquatch. Because like I have to skip turn 5 to play She-Hulk. For Sasquatch, I could still put down points and get the same power I would get from She-Hulk.
it's very true. Yeah.
Like, why am I skipping a turn when I could play Mysterio and other stuff? One of
Yeah.
those things is better than the other.
Definitely. I feel like they just buffed Warlock for +1 power to make people play the card. Because I think with only getting Mobius nerfed, nobody would have played Warlock.
Mhm.
So they kind of wanted to hint to the people, yo, Mobius is buffed. You know, there's a Warlock out there. Maybe try that out just to see like data on people playing Warlock. But it didn't, or it won't matter at all, sadly.
It's too bad because the card animation and everything is amazing.
Gorgeous.
I love it.
One of the best in the game. Yeah.
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 All right. Enough Warlock. That's the OTA. Final review. Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle.
Like 75% up.
Toxie?
I would go overall up. I like it.
Yeah. I'm up based on the top row. I don't really care about the middle or bottom all that much. I'm not sure how I feel about them. But that top row of stuff, Zombie Scarlet Witch, Zombie Giant Man, Zombie Invisible Woman, is enough for an up.
Yeah.
All right. Now it's time for a ridiculously stupid idea that I had. We're going to rank all of the November and December cards, as in like what you should be getting and how good we think everything is. Cool?
Sounds good.
All right. So Spider-Punk is a 3/2. November's Season Pass. You can move this once. When this moves to location, thanks Brady, steal 2 power from the highest power enemy card here. Wait, really? That's not the sound I expected. I have a different sound than you do.
No, that's a thinking sound. It's not a bad sound.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be good. Yeah, I don't know. The important thing to point out here is that it doesn't mean it's gonna only do the thing once. It just you can only move this once on its own. So if you can move it with any other way, it will still do its thing, which is really good. At least that's what I'm getting from the text.
No, that's 100% how it reads. Yes.
Which is great. I think going forward, as we talk about more of these move cards, I will have something to say. But this is a good a base start for all the cards, like a baseline. So I think I will compare mostly like it's better and worse to this card, kind of.
Yeah. Foxy?
Honestly, like Ika said, you can move it with another card, but the question is, do you want to waste like a move? Like if you play like a Madam Web, do you ever want to move this, or do you just want to play like bit better free drops, which is for example a Torch? I feel like this card
you're
has
never
like
playing
potential.
this over Torch. That's crazy. Sauce.
Yeah, I feel like this card is just like a too honest card right now. Like with the usual power move that can put out, this one just seems like a too fair card. This seems like something a Torch could have been, but it will probably. You can probably play some Craven stuff, but I don't even know if right now he would make it in the current Craven list, for example, from like Cougar. He's just too fair right now. Like, of course, it's a 3/6, but is this enough nowadays?
I think he goes in a reasonable number of decks. There's just not that many good generic 3s anymore. They really nerfed the living shit out of the 3-drop slot. Like outside of like surfer based 3s, there's just not a lot of 3s I want to play. This is probably like in certain metas around as good as Copycat, and we still play some Copycat. So I think this is a pretty decent card. You don't think this is? I think a 3/6 that with its movability is pretty good.
Here's the issue, and I think this will be something that going forward applies to all these spider cards, is that they are like coming out. These cards are like super mid-range move cards, and I feel like you just won't really build a deck with them in mind. Like if I'm gonna invest into moving all these cards, I'm just gonna do like a straight up Human Torch, Madame Web, pure move or move bounce or whatever it is. And then like Toxie also mentioned, like if I'm doing the Hydro Stomper kind of stuff, like I don't know if there's room for a card like this that's only 3/6 or maybe a little bit more. I don't know.
I try to compare it to like Rocket and Groot. Isn't it just like a smaller Rocket and Groot at this point?
It depends what else you're doing, right? Like, if you're running Hellion or Topaz or something, right? Like, every move this getting +4 can scale relatively quickly. Like,
Good.
I don't see this as like a just silky smooth card. I think you play this in a move deck. And just like particularly like with cards like Heimdall, where you're like, I just have an extra mover. I have a dagger that I don't need to do any extra work for. That's what it reminds me of.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm not sad about a 310. And like, this is basically always a 310. Because it moves
Yeah.
itself once, and then you've got like a Heimdall, right? Or it moves itself once, and you've got a Hellion. And like, if you have Hellion and Heimdall, now you have a 314. Like, that's good. That's really good stats. I think that, like, yes, it's smaller than Rocket and Groot in the abstract, but if you're playing a move deck, it is significantly bigger. Gaining 4 every time, which we should know because we just had Vulture, right? Is really good. Vulture got 6
Yeah,
everywhere, but like,
this is your like Vulture, I guess.
yeah. I think it's really good. I think, like, is it as good as Vulture? No, and fucking thank God, right? Like, it should not be as good as Vulture. But this comes with a pre-built move. And, like, Marvel Snap has taught us over and over again that pre-built move with stats is good.
Yeah.
I think you're sleeping on this card, but that's fine. Let's compare it to something so we have a baseline for our list. Next card we're going to talk about is the Super Premium, which has been breaking Marvel Snap Zone, just for the record. When you type in Spider-Man, you're very often getting Man Spider right now, and it drives me crazy as I'm building decks. So, yay. But Man Spider is a 5/1. It's the Super Premium. It's Series 5 on reveal. Merge the last card you played into this. When this merges, double its power. Go ahead. So, like, it doesn't say at this location, which is what I just want to make sure we know.
Now this is something.
Really?
Yeah, you don't think so?
No. What is it?
No, it's a card. Okay, I can envision, and I don't have it exactly like pen and papered out, but I can envision something really stupid with this card. Like you can probably do something real dumb with this card. We don't have something like this in the game. Not quite. Like we have something that are cards that are adjacent to things that this card does, but nothing quite like it. And I think there's some potential here. Like I don't have it exactly thought out, but I definitely see some potential in here. Maybe 5 cost is a bit too much for a card like this. That's an argument to be made for sure. But I can see something. I can see something in here.
So it's going to add +1 and double a card's power and probably move it, which all seems very good. I just struggle to think of what 4-drop I want that with. And then I go, well, it has 1 power, and I'd like to play this with Ravonna. But then I don't really want to double the Ravonna card's power.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm, like, jammed up. Toxic, what you got for this?
I feel like it's interesting because if you remember a few scenes ago, there was like this Makari hand buff deck with Sinister and Brood.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's a cool idea.
sometimes I had like the issue I was like kind of clogged. And this one is like you could Brood on 4 or something, which you usually only do on 6, and you can still unclog yourself with Man Spider. Plus you get like, let's say Brood got buffed 2 times by something. He's like a 3/6. This would be already a 5/14. Plus you get again a board space open for stuff like Sinister or Brood. So in that perspective, I kind of want to try it out because this is just like helping me get dealing with my clogging issues. And even a 5/15 is a red skull with no downside because what's the downside? You usually buff yourself either way. And you don't need to play like a Sauron, you don't need to play an Zero or something. So getting like already a 6 power card here is a 15 power thing. So I really, really like Man Spider from the idea.
Agony Wave Galactus Man Spider is what the White Wayne Brady says.
Wait, what?
Agony into Wave into Galactus on Agony, which doesn't work, right? But then you have an 8 power Galactus, 9 power Galactus? 9 power Galactus. And then you play Man Spider at a different location, an empty location, right? And that Man Spider is now 10 power Galactus, which is 20 power Galactus trigger.
Does it keep the text
Oh, you
of
Man
the card?
Spider and Agony. It should. That's how on reveals work. It should double on reveals, right? That's what we have to assume.
I
Because that's
don't. I
what.
feel like maybe
Oh wait,
like
no.
this
Symbiote
it
Spider-Man
keeps.
specifically says merge and reactivate the on reveal. This won't double on reveals, or
Yeah,
shouldn't.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think it keeps the card. Like I think you keep the man spider. It just takes the power. I think.
Yeah, this is shit. Sorry. Like,
No,
all right.
like what? Okay, but think about this. You play like you set up your board
Mm-hmm.
to your Sparky or whatever. You play Human Torch on 4 that does it's like 3 moves in
Well,
one move,
okay, but you know what I really
and then
need
you
to make my Human Torch bigger with a 5-drop?
yeah, why not?
Because my Human Torch is already the biggest thing in Marvel Snap.
Yeah, but like then you just play Tribunal and then it's untouchable.
But like I already can do that. I don't know why I'm doing like why am I playing Man Spider and not just hey, I would like to double my Human Torch. You know what does that? Literally any move card. And every other one costs less than 5. Doubling Human Torch's
But
power is not worthwhile.
for
Because
now, maybe it will
well
be.
with Man Spider, no, but like every move doubles his power. I don't need a card I don't need to play Shuri into Human Torch. Because like who cares? I just move it once and I got the same effect. And I can use a 1-drop to move it, not a 4 or 5-drop.
But it's a new card, and you want to play the new card. That's
All right.
it's fun. It's fun.
Uh-huh.
It's for sure the weakest premium battle pass we had yet, but it's
I mean,
probably the most interesting one to cook with.
oh, I like
No,
Surfer
I
First
see
Steps in
potential. I
hindsight.
see potential, but I agree. It's not like strong,
Or at
but
least we can't figure
I
out how it's
definitely see
strong, right?
potential.
Like there's probably
Yeah,
something, but like I don't know what.
we'll figure it out.
Yeah. All right, so below our
Yeah.
Spider-Punk, right? Okay. All right, let's keep going on to the superior Spider-Man. Dr. Octa Spidey is 3/4 Series 5 card. At the start of each turn, you get +1 energy if you have any cards in play with if you have any cards with increased power in play. What the fuck?
Like
Okay.
this is
Am
the
I
card of the season. That's crazy.
crazy? Is
Yes,
this just like not busted?
it's completely broken, right?
Yeah.
Like I play Forge into this and I have +1 energy, and like there's a million ways to do it, right? Or like anything.
Yes. Silver Sable,
It,
and it's done.
it's the
Like,
yeah. It's the easiest ramp card we've ever had. It makes Luna
Silver
look like
Sable or
work.
just the new Horde things. Like this with the new Hordes could be like
Yeah,
amazingly good.
yeah. I mean, yeah. Just play the freaking the whatchamacallit, the what's it called? The Hunger.
yeah.
No.
And it's like it's so hard to stop. You have to like Shadow King, and by that time, like you could probably just
Play another card that has buff
play
power.
another green power, right? Like, um, yeah, no, that this cannot come out like this, right?
It's late enough that I think it's coming out like this.
That's crazy. Because then, yeah, like it
Especially-
completely invalidates every other ramp card.
Uh-huh.
You don't play Wiccan ever.
Wick-
You don't play Luna ever. You don't do anything.
Who agreed that it has the same stats as Electro? That's just like straight up
That's
bullying
so
here.
mean. That's so mean.
Yeah,
This
I don't see
this could be a 3/2, and I wouldn't be like. Even then, it's still probably the best card of the season.
3-1
Yeah, yeah.
even.
But like,
I don't.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
I
It's
don't
just
know.
insane.
This is All right. Well, welcome to every deck having Irisham energy, I guess, from turn 3 on. It's turn 4 is when you get your first energy, right? So it's +3 energy
worst-
in a game.
The
At
worst
start
thing
of
is it
each
gets
turn,
released
so
with the
if you played this on 3, yeah, on 4 you get extra.
this card gets released with the battle pass. I feel like nobody will play the battle pass cards when this card
But
is
you
coming
can
out
make
week
this.
one.
You can make this a 3/10 on turn 5.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the card of the month, right? Like it's relatively easy. Like you play
Card
this
of
on.
the year.
I mean, Sam Wilson came out this year.
I mean, yeah, we did have a lot of busted cards.
Yeah, the
this year, for
original
sure,
Iron
but
Patriot, Sam Wilson. Like, yeah, we've had a few cards.
for sure,
here.
I'm definitely
Mr.
being
Fantastic first
hyperbolic.
steps.
Yeah, of course. But
This is the card.
Yeah,
of
no,
the
this is
season
just
for me.
like this is crazy.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I see cards like this, and again, we don't know if it's coming out like this or not. They could last minute change some things
We
about
just
it.
had our last patch before this releases.
Yeah, but you never know. You never know. But
It's at least a
I
card
just
of the
get
last
baffled
4
when
years.
cards like this get designed. It's like, why are we? Do we? Do we know? Like, are you sure? You sure you want this in the game?
It'll get redesigned. It's fine. It's fine. Oh my
I feel like
god.
they imagine
Wait.
getting buffed cards is way too hard.
This into Nimrod into Man Spider.
Sure.
Right? Like, why would that not work? I mean, you have to play Silver Sable or something, I guess. But like,
you can do anything.
Yeah.
Anything. Like, you put this in any deck ever.
yeah. I don't know. All right, whatever.
Do we ever want to play Wiccan with this card getting released?
No, like this
Yeah,
kills.
that's what I said. Like, you don't ever play any other rep.
I mean, you might if you want like multiple Rems in one deck. That's why you would play it, but you always play this. Oh yeah, this is Zombie Galacti's card. This is how we play Zombie Galacti. We play a buff deck with this.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that. But all right, let's keep going. We don't have to analyze that card. Broken card, broken. All right, Web Sling is a skill. It is a series 4. On reveal, next turn you can move one of your cards away from here. What the? Ready? This card isn't going to be as impactful as Superior Spider-Man, but it's the best one-drop mover in the game and might be better.
Yeah. Next turn is such an interesting way to do a non-reveal. You would think like, oh, like it works just like inverse Ghost Spider or something like that. But no, it's next turn. So you can play this and then decide.
And it could be a card you played 3 turns ago. It doesn't have to be the last card you played.
Yeah. So I agree. This is, and you know what Move loves? Lack of board space, right? Like you just don't even take up room.
And
this
like
could be like a broken Fenfei, honestly. Like, we remember when Fenfei came out and people were like, yeah, you can Heimdall and you don't even know what Fenfei is going to move. This you can now Cloak, and then you just go for the left lane, do Cloak Web Sling, and your opponent doesn't know which card you suddenly move to the right again. So you have even way more surprise factors.
It costs 1.
Yeah.
It costs 1. This is better than it on your Ghost Spider. Calling it right now.
Yeah. But like, definitely better than like maybe
it's better than Iron Fist, but like I think it's also better than the others. Just like the lack of taking up board space, the ability to not be like, oh, I don't actually care if you have Killmonger. The ability to like when you have to play Madam Web blind, and then like it's the stupid location that like one of the like no whatchamacallit locations. You're like, all right, Web Sling, fuck that.
Yeah. It's an easier stuff to bounce back things with move bounce, because sometimes if you manage it poorly, your Iron Fist and your Ghost Spider maybe are not on the same turn or on the same lane. Now that's fixable with Web Sling, and you can move your mover back to those 2 cards and Beast and the other 2s.
You can move your Beast or Toxin to rebounce them.
Oh, true.
This is the best card we've talked about. Sorry for Superior Spider-Man. Am I wrong? Like, Superior Spider-Man will be more important, but this is better.
I mean, it's like, it's kind. No, I don't think it's like as good as Superior Spider-Man. I don't think so. But it is the best of the bunch in terms of like fairness. I think Superior Spider-Man is just unfair for how good it is. But this card is probably just like the best of the fair. And it's not fair, really. It's really not fair. But you know. Got to draw the line somewhere. I would still put it below, though.
Oh, yeah, fine. Toxie, you okay with that? Second?
I would put it to second because it's way more niche and it will be broken in move, but I still feel like Superior Spider-Man will be played everywhere. And with that in mind, I would keep Superior number 1.
I can also see like playing this in non-move decks, like as a like, oops, I
Yep.
fucked up. Let me just correct it.
It's better Ghost Spider for non-move decks.
Yeah,
Like, it's
Is
not as
this-
good on the
is-
last turn of the game, but every other turn it's better.
Is this card
Yeah.
just making the Battle Pass card good? Like, do we have to
Yes, it
play?
does make the
Yeah,
battle pass. Yeah, it does make the battle pass card good. You move it. It's the second move without any extra work.
that's kind
And
of
like
cool.
I don't know. I feel like Werewolf by Night probably likes this
yeah,
because it's a
non-reveal.
1-cost on reveal skill.
Yeah,
Actually, it's a great idea. Imagine you play like a Werewolf Sentry deck, and then you do Web Sling on the Void lane, and your opponent doesn't know which lane to clog because you can wipe or annihilate them.
yeah. Or with a Horde mechanic where you can just move out a card from Scarlet Witch or
Mhm.
something like that. Like, I don't know. There's just utility is insane with this.
This is okay. I call this card of the month. I'll put it second in deference to the guests, but I think this is the card of the month. All right, let us. I just move is so good right now, and they seem disinclined to nerf it.
Oh, sorry. One quick thing about this card. Also, like, if it's too busted, you can only adjust the cost.
Uh-huh.
You know,
They could change
So,
the ability.
Not very. I mean,
They could
yeah, I
also
guess so,
change
but
like what it targets. You move your highest, lowest cost, whatever card from here.
that's true. That's true. The valves are harder to turn.
Yes,
Though, that's for
yes.
sure.
Yes. Woof. Woof. This card. All right. Ezekiel Sims is a Series 5 coming out November 11th. After you play a card with higher power here, give this +2 power and move it to another location. So you play it, and then you play a 3/4 on it or whatever, and it becomes a 2/4 moves. Then you play a 4 whatever on it, and it becomes a 2/6. So turn
Yeah.
5, it would be a 2/8. That's what I was checking. Sorry, I was making sure it's not a Scar card. Continue.
Yeah, this just seems like it takes out the one single awkward part of the Craven Stomper decks, which is Silk.
Mm-hmm.
This is just a better Silk.
Yeah.
Simple as that. You don't like. Why would I play? Like, oh yeah, obviously there's some cases where you do want to have Silk. Maybe you want to have both, right? But this just seems like a more controllable Silk.
Mm-hmm.
And with more power, generally speaking, if you play this on 2. Yeah, and those Stomper Craven style decks have a really clean ramp up in power.
Yeah.
Where you go from like 2 power to 4 power to 5 to like it's to 7 to 9, whatever it is, right? It's
Mhm.
very clean ramp, and this just fits perfectly with that.
Ducks.
I'm not that much sold on that card, to be honest. Like, I don't agree that it's a better Silk, because in like a Silky or Craven deck, how often do you play like a card that's better than a 2 or higher than a 2/6? Cannonball has the same power. So you get to a spot that you have like this card you can easily move this 2 times. Like, you will for sure get like a card that's 3 power worth and then 5 power worth to move it 2 times. But afterwards, it's just like you moved it only 2 times. So your Stomper won't get that big, and Silk with like a Craven or a Hydro Stomper is just way bigger, of course. You need to think more because you need to not get clogged somewhere. But I rather take a Silk that moves like 4 or 5 times than this card, whose best case scenario, I feel like moving 3 times, and even 3 times is already higher than the norm. I feel like 2 times, and then it's like, what is this? It's a lizard that moves 2 times. Is it like worth of the deck building? I mean, look, it's not really deck building, but
Yeah, I think you're probably
I'm
right.
not that much sold.
I think this is a
Probably play
decent card, not
both.
a great one. Yeah, but I don't know if there's space for both. Like, you're not cutting Spider-Man for this, are you?
I'm sure you can make room.
So I think what makes this good is when you go like Hydra Bob into Oh no, that wouldn't work. No. You can't like double play on this, right? That's the real problem. Like, it's only gonna ever move once per turn, almost always.
Yeah.
You can play this with Superior Spider-Man to immediately buff Superior Spider-Man as Kazushi notes.
Yeah, that's true. Oh,
And then
gosh.
just like you have a ramp, so you should have plenty of ways to move him from there. He's probably good to it. I think he's a decent card. He's fine. He's better than Man Spider.
I think like you'll play him in some decks. He may not be like the most optimal thing to play, but it will have a home, I think.
Better than Man Spider, worse than Man Spider?
Better.
Okay.
It's
Better,
easier to build a deck with him, so yeah.
not better than Spider Punk, however, right?
No, I don't think so. No.
No.
I think
No.
Spider Punk's going to be really good. I reserve the right to be wrong about that, but I think it's going to be really good. All right. Spidey Noir. This is the coolest looking character, although Spider Punk is close.
For sure.
On reveal, if your other cards in play cost exactly 8 total, add the top card of your deck here, set its power to 8.
Okay, I'm gonna say it. This is garbage.
This is the same trigger as Wiccan without saying it's the same trigger as Wiccan. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that's 6. How do you get to cost 8?
You play it on 5, I guess.
But like then I have to play 2-drop on turn 4. I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
this is
what I'm
terrible.
saying. Yeah, this is garbage. This is why I led with straight. This is straight. You put this in the trash. Unfortunately,
I actually like this card.
Even
how?
Okay,
Why?
I would love to hear. Yeah.
Hear me out. This could make Zoo good. You play a Shanna, and you get 3, 4, 5, 6. You get 6 power, 6 total cost already on board with a Shanna. So if you play like a normal Zoo deck, you for sure get at least a 2 1-drops or a 2-drop there. So you can curve this out on 4. This is +8 for a Zoo deck, which is not hard to pull off an 8-cost card in type of that. Like, I don't know if any other deck except of maybe some weird Kitty Hope Angela thing could work, but I don't hate this in a Zoo type of shell.
So you now have 3 cards at that location though, right? On turn 4. I don't know.
Why in one lane? It's in total 8 cost, not on one lane.
Yeah. But if you played Shauna, you have a card in that lane. Then you play Spider-Man Noir, and he adds another card to that lane.
If I do Tesla and Blue Marvel things, I'm completely fine with getting 3 cards in one lane, honestly.
I just feel like that's early in the game to do that.
It's plus set its power to 8, so that's like a 4/12 in a Zoo deck.
I mean, look, we found something better. You found a place that makes it better than Man Spider, but I don't know if it's good.
Here's your problem with your logic there. You started with if you play Zoo. You're already down on the wrong path. No, look, that's a good point. My only counter argument, like actual real counter argument, would be then I could just play Malekith, and I don't have to worry about exactly curving out. Like I don't have to do a chalkboard. You don't have to
pass turn 1, right? Like
things like that. Like I can just like, oh shit, I lost my curve. Now the card is just straight up useless. Like. I don't know.
In a Zoo deck, getting this out of 5 is good as well, though.
You get what?
Like, if you play a Zoo, you can curve it out on 5 as well. Like, I don't care when I curve it out. Getting a 4/12 in a Zoo deck is always good for me.
So what happens? Like, what happens when Raptors pop up, or Monster Island, or literally the stupid rock location, or like anything breaks this? Everything breaks this.
There's always a retreat button. With that argument, Rework would be a bad archetype in the game.
This card, yeah, and it was until they buffed it through the roof. This is setting a power to 8, not setting a power to 14. The payoff isn't enough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cook with it.
All right, you cook. This is the worst card of the month. Yeah?
I agree.
All right. It is now the deafening chord. On reveal, afflict an enemy character that costs 3 or less with -1 power and remove its text. Excuse me?
Yeah.
This costs what? This is a 1-cost Red Guardian?
Yeah. Afflict an enemy character.
That costs 3 or less.
Here, that costs 3 or less with -1 power and remove its text.
That's a 3-cost Red Guardian.
It's just.
I mean, so Red Guardian's pretty damn untargetable too. especially because this costs 1, so I don't like have to, and it doesn't take up a space. Like,
Most of your
mean,
Red Guardian targets are within that cost range, anyways.
what does it hit? Potentially Victoria Hand, like, right? Like a million things? Sparky, Web, Human Torch.
I would play this card as a 2-drop, not as a 1-drop.
It's a 1-drop. Skill.
Yeah, I would play it as a
Oh,
2-drop as well.
Have you met my friend Werewolf by Night?
Yeah, I'm kind of scared they will nerf that card with all those cheap spells coming out.
Although this also turns off Werewolf.
That's true.
But Merlin, shutting
it's
off
one of those
Merlin.
Things where
oh, Torres with it, says OG. Shit.
One big like Red Guardian problem sometimes ends up being like, oh man, I like if I
oh my god,
I gotta play it quickly, or I'm gonna get screwed by whatever combo they're setting up, right? And sometimes a smart player might just use up their like the Sparky or something like that before you even play the Red Guardian. But this you can just do it right away.
Hey, Web Sling is insane with Joaquin Torres. I just wanted to leave that there. Play like Rocket or whatever, move either the Joaquin or the 1-drop so you can bounce them effectively. Yes, please. All right, sorry. Back to Deafening Chord. This. What the? Better or worse than like this is clearly number 2 or number 3, right? Like, is this better or worse than Web Sling?
Wait, is it number 2 or number 3?
You think it's 1?
I feel like this card is.
It can turn off Superior Spider-Man.
I think this card is the first that gets nerfed in that season. Like, give the dev 2 weeks and this card is a 2-drop for sure.
Okay.
I don't know what Ika thinks about it.
I'd put it pretty close to Web Sling. Like, it's probably just a little bit above Web Sling because it's not hyper specific, because it's super general. You can just put it in a deck.
I mean, we can just put Web Sling in a deck. Moving your power is a good thing to do.
Yeah, I agree. But it's a lot better to be a generic tech card than a generic utility card.
Well, I will eat good with it. I can't wait to do something with Taurus, Hunger, and those 1-drop stuff with Werewolf.
Okay. So this is utterly, utterly disgusting, and I'm fine with it number 2 for now, I think. Because like what this means is I'm gonna play the number 1 card, Superior Spider-Man, right now on top of my buffed card. And then if you give -1 power, remove the text, that card still has green power. I'm taking that 50-50. You know what I mean? All right, let's go on. Hydroman is a 5/8. On reveal, set the cost of each deck's top card to 1. I don't think I like this, but what do you think?
It's interesting. There's definitely like Sandman play going on here, right? I don't know. Like, it's this one is the toughest one for me to figure out. It seems like super hyper specific to a certain meta. Like, I think you play this when the meta is right. I don't know if the meta will be right when we have the season. It's interesting though. I don't like hate it. I don't love it. I'm just kind of in between somewhere.
Bizarroscope says Wiccan into Hydroman plus Cable.
Yeah.
You could even do Yondu and kill the
But
kill the card.
You can just do Mobius beforehand as well. Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird one. It's the one that stands out of all of them as like the most different to me. Yeah, I don't know. Tough one to figure out for me.
I don't love it. I just don't like each deck's cards very much.
If you play like a greedy ramp list, it might be fine. Like if you do like a Electro before Hydroman, you somehow get rid of the Electro. It's a lot to do. You can do like 2 6-drops potentially on 6. But
I mean,
With maybe a Mobius and stuff, it's fine, but it's probably higher than
Here-ish?
it's higher than Man's Spider.
Above
But
Ezekiel or
is it
above
high?
below Ezekiel?
Honestly, I feel like it's higher than Ezekiel, but I wasn't sold on Ezekiel that much as you guys were, so I think you can decide.
I'm fine either way. I don't care. I think it's right
Yeah.
there, and I don't care enough to fight over that one little. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's somewhere there, I think, too.
Okay.
It's just that, yeah, I don't know. It's just it feels like it's just a little like I don't know if I want to be doing this ever, really.
Yeah,
I
I hear
mean,
you.
we have to
There aren't
agree that this card will be dead the first 2 or 1 week when it gets released because everybody will play MMM Hydroman. So if you buy this card, consider it to be dead for at least a week.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep it
also
below
Cable doesn't
Ezekiel.
take top card from the opponent,
Oh,
does
you're
it?
right. No, not anymore. No, it used to. Now I think
Yeah.
it's just
So
alt
there you
card.
go.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
whatever.
So
But
it's your
cable,
move.
cable would shuffle it at least. So you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a chance that they don't draw that card, I guess. Yeah.
All right, time for the coolest card, but probably not the best. The Prowler. On reveal, add 2 Thieves' Tools to your hand. Set their cost to 0 if a card moves last turn, and they cost 1 otherwise. There's the Mine, which is an on reveal. Afflict the 2 highest power enemy cards here with -2 power. These are skills, I believe, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So on reveal, afflict the 2 highest power enemy cards here with -2 power. That seems pretty good. Skill, that's a 4 power card. Gauntlets, on reveal, give your highest power card here +2 power if you get +1 energy next turn. Seems pretty good. Harness, on reveal, give your highest power card here +1 power and move it to the right. That's less good, but still pretty good. So Werewolf by Night?
Yeah.
Werewolf by Night, and I feel like this is just broken in my opinion.
That's
Like
why they both cost 3.
the
Yeah.
mine is just like OG Soulstone, which bullied people. It's 2 cards for -4. It's like Soulstone on a full lane, and
Hmm.
Soulstone got nerfed.
Yeah.
This being able to cost 0 is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, the 0 part is the crazy one, right? Like if it was base 1 cost, sure. But then also like having the ability to make them free. What?
Yeah. This doesn't need the can be free tag on.
Yeah. Here's the thing that's very relevant when we're talking about cards like this. Every time in this game, we have a card that has the ability to give you not a guaranteed thing, but creates more cards for you to utilize and play, are some of the best cards in the game. Always. We're talking about Kate Bishop or Nico or Merlin or even like Iron Patriot and things like that.
Infinite Ultron.
For sure. Because you're not only dealing with whatever the power
Oh,
of this
Cable
card
looks
is.
at the top card.
It is top card?
Brady looked it up.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, cool. Okay, that's good. Then that works. Thank you for that correction. Yeah, no, this is like the information disparity is just so awesome with cards like this, right? How many times have you gotten the perfect Nico spell on the perfect limbo turn or something like that that your opponent just does not expect or something like that? In situations like this, when you have to overload your opponent's thinking patterns and they have to calculate for multiple things that could happen and may or may not, you're already like one step ahead in terms of winning that battle. So yeah, this is great.
It's good because there's only one bad pull, which is Harness. Everything else is just amazing, so you always have to count on your opponent might just have Mine and Gauntlets.
Yeah. Another good Joaquin Torres card, by the way. Like Werewolf,
Yeah,
Joaquin
the
Torres,
spell stuff is
Merlin.
going to be great.
Yeah. This card is just really great.
Let's start a split scratch at this point.
So,
Yeah.
is this better or worse than Spider-Punk?
Better.
I think it's better.
I'm not
Easily.
as sold, but I'm gonna put it there.
I mean, these cards are just the reason we're getting Werewolf nerfed.
Yeah, I mean, this is now we know why they didn't
Yeah.
nerf Mercury when everyone was like, why are they
Yeah.
keeping Mercury the same? Because like Mercury is the answer. Mercury just continues to go in every deck. I think everyone is safe to buy Mercury like now
Yeah.
if they haven't. All right. We don't know when in November, but Chameleon's coming. On reveal, copy the text of another card here you revealed this turn. So like Surfer.
The base art is amazing. I really like that.
It is really good.
Yeah. Copy the text of another on reveal.
You
Here.
either do like a surfer thing, or my idea was, but I don't know which crazy thing you can do there. But you could do like an Invisible Woman, and then you play like something big under Invisible Woman, and then Chameleon. So you could get like, I don't know, a 5-cost card on reveal 2 times, or a 4-drop card,
Maybe.
because end of turn will be like the same turn for them. Question is just, oh, what is like the broken thing you can do here with him that you can't do with other things?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. This is gonna be like a free card from an event or something like that.
Yeah, like on turn 4
Just-
with Hood. Seems good.
Sure. I don't know. I feel like what frustrates me the most about a card like this is lack of doing something interesting. I feel like we have like 6 different cards that do similar
Mhm.
things.
Yeah.
Just slightly different. And I don't really have enough space in my head to think about a card like this when there's already established cards that do a similar thing and better, I think.
Yeah,
Unless
this is just a
I'm missing
worse
something.
absorbing man.
Or Shalabal, or so many cards do something like this.
Yeah. All right. So still better than Spider-Man Noir. Worse than Man Spider?
Worse than Man Spider.
Yes. Yes.
The December season pass is
Here we go.
Weapon X. After one of your other cards is destroyed, add that card's power after every time improves this effect by 1, I believe. Editor's note don't ask me to say that. I believe it is after one of your other cards is destroyed, add 1 power to this, and every, I think, other 3 cards that are destroyed, that becomes an extra +1, so it'll become +2, then it'll become +3, so on.
Okay.
I'm gonna double check this, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was 1 and then 3, like
1 and 3.
+1 and then 3 times.
Yeah, so it gets an extra +1 every 3rd destroy. So if you destroy 3 cards and this is on the board, it'll be a 3/2.
No, isn't it? It gets +1 for each destroy.
Okay, so he'll be a
after you destroyed
3/4.
3 times, it gets +2 then?
Okay, that makes sense. Yes. Okay. So it'll be a
Yeah.
2/4 because you're basically always destroying 3, and then if you can destroy a 5th, it becomes a 2/6, 7th 2/8, so on and so forth.
Yeah. Here's I'm gonna preface this with a kind of similar issue that I have with the move season cards is I don't like, why are we doing more destroy? The same way that I'm like, why are we doing more move? But at least there's some other cards in the November season that are interesting, whereas this is so much destroy. I don't like this. It's not that I think it's bad card. I just don't. I'm not excited. And like when I see the text of this card, I'm like, okay, sure. But yeah, it's like, okay. I don't really like. I don't love destroy that much as an archetype, and I like when destroy does interesting things that are adjacent to different archetypes. Which there are some cards coming up that do want to cross that bridge in this season. But this is just such a pure destroy card, and I don't know, like it muddies the already established destroy cards in not in a good way, in my opinion.
I can't figure out how to play this. I'm running it through my brain, and like I don't know what if I want to play this and destroy.
I kind of
this
like
is
the idea
it.
if you do this in like a Morgan Le Fay Destroy, because you easily kill your one drops with a Killmonger. So you
So
have a bit of stat line, but
if
it's just a question
if this
what
has to
card you
be
cut.
if this has to be on the board to get its effect, I think it's probably bad because it's such a bad late draw. If I've destroyed anything before, like I play this, it's really really rough.
Also, like you can't destroy this card,
Yeah, I don't know.
which
I'm low on
sucks.
this. I'm pretty low on this. I'm pretty low on this.
Yeah.
I want to be
Uh,
higher on this,
I,
but I'm pretty low on this.
I like the idea behind the card, but they didn't do like the best thing
It's like a
here.
collector, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, this could have been easily like a game mode card and get something better into the battle pass.
but it's
People are
Wolverine,
excited to
so
play for.
it's Wolverine. That's why it's here. It's like they're selling us Wolverine. Like
Yeah.
that's the same way they sold us Symbiote Spider-Man. You sell us Peter Parker. Better than Chameleon, I guess. Worse than Man Spider, because Man Spider probably has something cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe better than Man Spider, but
Okay, fine. Worse than Hydroman.
yeah.
Okay. Then we have a 4-cost skill. I believe our first that's not tied to Agamotto of like not just 1-drops skills.
Mhm.
Am I right? No. Astral. Astral is 3. So Adamantium Infusion is the Season Pass Premium, which means it's Series 5 now. Just a reminder for everybody. On reveal, revive your highest power destroy card here with its power doubled. That seems good.
Yeah. It does seem good. Right?
Like,
It's a weird one where I'm like, don't we like are we just doing the same thing again? That we have like 3 other cards that do
so that it
this?
says highest power is important, I think, and that it doubles it.
Yeah, that they're kind of like recycling abilities with minor differences.
Yes.
Similar issue that I have with like Chameleon that we just talked about, where like,
Hmm.
okay, so like it's a Phoenix Force, it's a Elixir, it's a Fire Lord, whatever, it's in that archetype, but it's a spell, so you don't take up room. I okay, sure. Yeah, this you can play this card.
I don't know, man. If I'm doing the Panther thing with Elixir in that Nimrod deck, I probably throw this in there. That deck already likes Ravona.
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
Like, it's
This
not.
card seems fine when it gets released, but it will get up with one specific card we will get this season. But basically the highest power thing could save this card at the moment when it gets released.
Yeah, that's my theory.
But he needs his second part to be really get to his full potential.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Where does he rank? He's
But yeah,
probably
Ravonna wouldn't work.
he's probably better than Weapon X, right? Ravona makes this
Yeah.
cheaper. Why doesn't Ravona work?
It doesn't work on
It
skills.
has no power.
They work on skills.
No, they don't.
They used to. It used to. It did for
Pretty sure they don't.
someone can double check that for us and we'll come back to it.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I think this is better than Weapon X, but just, I don't know if it's better than Hydroman. Where are you on it? Hydroman, Ezekiel Sims.
I think it's better than Hydroman.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah.
You think it's better than Ezekiel?
With the other card, yes.
Yeah, I think maybe, yeah.
Okay. Do we think it's better than, I'm going to veto this, but do you think it's better than Spider-Punk?
No.
No.
No. All right. Next up, we are on to Chamber. Some Generation X love. Chamber is activate +2 power for each 5-cost or higher card you have in hand. Here and in hand, excuse me. So his location and hand. Do I care about this? This feels like,
Another weird one.
I mean, it's like worse Frankie Ray.
There is potential for this card. Like, At first, I was asking myself which 5 or how many 5-drops do you play in this deck to make this card good, but not to destroy your own deck. But if you do something like a Quinjet Moon Girl and you get like at least 2 5-drops, or like you get one 5-drop in hand and you do Moon Girl, then
Nick Fury plus 6 power.
I think with a Moon Girl and stuff, like if you somehow do like a greedy Victoria hand list, it could be fine. But I feel like this is just a card that people will slam into Arisham and just go for the memes.
I mean, so it's probably not going to be more than plus 6, right? Am I playing this if it's a plus 6 if I have to build for it? I don't think so.
It's one of those weird ones too, where I don't know why this is activate, to be honest.
Because they want to make more activate.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, but in terms of like the card design itself, where you're like, at least with a restrictive text, right? Like, let's be honest, this is pretty specific text. At least with a specific text like that, you want your 2-cost card to be like a little bit of a surprise, maybe, right? Like you can play this on 6 or something like that, and then it gets that
Well,
power
when
or
you
something.
you can still activate it on 6, and then I guess it'll activate at the start of the
Yeah,
turn.
but
Right?
what I'm saying is that like then your opponent sort of can figure out roughly what power it's going to be.
Isn't it still better as an activate because you can wait for it? Like I usually hate activate, but in that niche, I think it's better as an activate.
You want it to be ongoing, right?
Yeah, is what I'm saying is like it should be ongoing.
I have
Whereas
this.
like you can play like a turn 6. I don't know.
It's very whatever. It's fine.
Just fine. Yeah.
Are we putting this above anything? I think this is below Man Spider.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Next up is going to be Wade Wilson, who is a limited time event mode. They're giving us a Deadpool and an LTE. All right. 2/2. When destroyed, replace this with a 1-card from your hand or deck with +1 power. Why would I ever play Wolverine?
Yeah. No, this is great.
Right? Like I don't care if it's Deadpool, X-23. Like what? I want all of them. I cut Nico, I think, at that point, but like okay. Because like I would take
Yeah, this is
Deadpool.
your
I would take Deadpool, Headpool, Agony, or X-23 with +1 power.
percent.
This is
It's
fucking
like your
incredible.
consistency piece.
Yeah. Like, and it thins your deck. What the fuck?
The Weapon X season where the Wolverines just disappear out of all decks.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Wolverine's completely gone, but like, this is like super high up, no? Is this?
It's like you don't ever want to run a Deadpool deck without this. Like it's just like tied to Deadpool in every single way.
I mean, thank God there's no more Human Torch and Phoenix Force. Like,
right?
Is this ever? All right, is this better than Web Sling? Because it's better than Prowler. Do we agree that this is better than Prowler?
I don't think it's better than Prowler.
I think it's better than Prowler.
I think right there below Prowler would be good.
Okay, it's better than Spider-Punk. See,
I think it's just because it's not like you can't really put it in many decks. That's the only.
Sure, it's just unbelievable.
It's fancy, but it could be slow as well. Like if you don't get that card on 2, this card feels bad.
I mean, I don't care about destroying something on turn 4 and getting closer to my death or null. Like I play this in Carnage.
Destroy this on 4 and you get a 1/2 Deadpool on board.
You don't always get Deadpool. It doesn't say replace this with Deadpool. You get X-23. You get Agony, or you get Moira. Like there's 4 good hits. You just have to cut Nico.
What it really is basically Nico draw 2 for destroy decks.
Yep.
In theory,
it's a consistent Nico, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Oh, hand or deck. Yeah, I could pull from your hand too. I guess that's fair.
You could pull from your hand, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's still pretty awesome. I'm not sad. I think this card is awesome. As Brady's yelling at us about the hand part in chat.
No.
All right. Wild chat. Oh, sorry. Go
ahead. Yeah. It's definitely like with the hand part as well. I think it Prowler is better just with all the information in now plus the good werewolf synergies. but it's probably a card. It has to be on like a list for the Destroy players to get. Like back then, it was like null death. This card should be on every Destroy player's buy list or to-do list.
Agreed. All right, Wild Child is Series 4. Ongoing. +4 power if you discard a card, +4 power if one of your cards has been destroyed. So if you in either discard or destroy, it's a 2/5. If you can build a deck that does both, it's a 2/9. So you only want to play it if you're trying to do both. Do we think we have a deck that can do both?
Like I'm sure you can build a deck that can do both. I
It's
think this is
probably
where like
about as
stuff
good
like
as
Firelord and
yeah.
Morgan Le Fay come in, but
It's about as good as Chamber, right?
I'm just sad
yeah.
how they pull those cards out, because this will get again better with another card. So that's then together worth of an idea. Solo handedly alone, this card is probably Chameleon Chamber worth of power.
Hmm.
With the other card though, which seems crazy, this might rise in the stonks.
So above Chamber, because I don't think I'm comfortable putting it above Man Spider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all right. Okay. This card is fucking ridiculous. 7/14. They can't release this, right? When discarded, put this back with -2 cost. This is Weapon H. They like I discard this twice, and I've got a 3/14.
This should be a 9 cost. Or at least an
You-
8 cost.
You do have to draw it.
Sure,
Let's not underestimate that
but
part of
like
the
it just
text,
goes
right?
in discard, right? Like it's
You for
just
sure
another
draw this
repeatable
card.
discard.
You for sure draw
It's
this card when you Modok on 5, and it's then a 5/14, which is already solid.
but it goes in your deck.
No, it doesn't.
No? Is that not how I'm interpreting the
But
text?
when
It just
discarded,
goes
put
back
this
in your
back.
hand?
Yeah, put this back in your hand.
Yeah, I think it's hand.
Yeah.
Then yeah, this card's
Like the,
busted.
the text is so weird, it has to be hand. Otherwise,
Yeah.
they would have wrote it
It-
specifically for deck.
Yeah. Like it just
I
goes
wonder
back to
why
your
it
hand.
doesn't say put it back in your hand. Like put it back. It's just such an unfinished text. But maybe they'll change that once
Yeah, I assume that's
the
just
card is closer to coming up.
Yeah.
Put it back as epoch wording. Okay, then there you go. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, this card's good. That like really good.
Yeah. It's crazy. Lady Civ makes it a 5/14. You Modok. It's a 3/14.
Oh, this is the same wording as Apocalypse, according to chat. Put it back as Apocalypse. Let's double check that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I Apocalypse is Series 1, so I haven't like actually read it because I've known what it does for 3 years now, right? When's the last time you actually read Apocalypse's text? Yeah, no, this is exactly Apocalypse's wording. When you discard it, put it back with +4 power.
Yeah, so okay. So then yeah, this card's crazy good.
This card is like, there's some real power cards coming. How high is this going? Above or below Wade?
Oh yeah, above.
Is it above Prowler?
Yeah.
Is it
my
above
opinion.
Web Sling?
Mm,
Yeah, I think this is better than Khonshu, just for the record.
I think it's under Web Sling. With the easiness of Web Sling getting pulled off and getting value, while you still have to do a stuffed for this card, I think it's under Web Sling.
Okay. All right.
It's just such a free include and discard though. Like it's so crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is going to be Maverick, who is 6,000 tokens. I would have bet anything that they were going to make a Maverick. I would have bet anything that they were going to make Maverick be a Series 4. Scott Dunham notes that they removed the From Your Hand in Apocalypse's text at the end of 2023. Thank you, Scott, for your encyclopedic knowledge. Make sure you read Scott on SnapFan. He's amazing. Sko is who you're looking for. All right. Maverick is a 3/3. Activate. Give the next card you play power equal to this card's power. I mean, So you put this in buff decks and surfer
This
decks,
sucks.
and it's good. Really?
Yeah.
In a buff deck, I think this is solid.
Nah, it sucks.
Yeah, but it's an act. You need to buff
So
it,
it doesn't
and you
work,
need to play it out and
and
activate.
it doesn't work with Brood or Shaw. So you're playing it with Torch, first steps. You're playing it with Carter, or you're playing it with Shaw, right? So you're not. It doesn't work with Brood or Sinister. Is rough. I don't know. I think
Yeah.
I
this is
don't like
decent.
this.
I think this is decent.
I don't like this at all. Like, when do you play this card out? Like, best case scenario, this card is somehow got buffed at 3, so you can play out a 3/5 to activate.
I don't know.
Because the longer you wait, it gets more awkward.
It's a 3/6. I don't think a 3/6 is bad.
It's
It's an
not. It
activate.
just
They're
feels
all bad.
awkward. It just feels awkward. That's all.
Play this with Fallen One seems good.
Also,
Galactian.
it gives the card power, right? Yeah. Okay.
Like Fallen
It
One does
doesn't-
seem good. 9 energy, turn 6 from Fallen One.
Yeah. I like. You could, yeah. Yeah. You could like. It's like fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3-drop slot is
It's fine.
contested, Muppet. Yeah, I don't know. Look, I have it above Weapon X and Hydroman and Ezekiel. And probably Adamantium. Is that crazy?
I don't think so.
You think below
Put
Adamantium?
it
You have it
above.
above Ezekiel?
Put it above Adamantium.
Okay. I don't think it goes above Spider-Punk.
Yeah.
I'm the high man on Spider-Punk, though. Okay. All right, let's keep going. Fastball special, a 2-cost skill. On reveal, destroy your highest power card here to afflict an enemy card here with that much negative power.
And now we can talk about the Adamantium things.
Yeah, you destroy the highest cost thing and then you bring it right back immediately. And double its power.
Also, this is just great for any Phoenix Force based deck or like a Nimrod.
Yeah.
It's actually a free destroy for Nimrod if you don't do too much there.
Yeah. I don't know. This seems pretty good. It's just a 2-cost destroy, right?
Yeah. You love a 2-cost destroy. I think.
I mean,
Or a
with
Mad
a
Spider
Nimrod,
deck.
it's that. With Nimrod, it's a 218. Like, that seems a bit too good to be true.
I mean, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
218 is amazing stats.
Yeah.
And even just like, I don't know, basically Penta minus
Yeah. You can
10.
do Shuri.
Yeah, you can make a big Venom, as Bizarro notes in chat. You can make a big Venom, blow it up with this, give the negative, and then bring back a double power Venom.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I think
This
this
card
is like.
great.
This
I
is
think we're
better than
underestimating how good it's going to be. Yeah.
Yeah. This is better than the other one. Right? This is because 2 is a lot better than 4.
Yeah. And also, it doesn't take room on the board.
Yeah.
Another thing.
Well, and
Destroy decks
it
love.
gives you extra room because it takes something off the board.
Yeah, exactly. So
Like
yeah.
there's going to be times
no,
where I just use this on like X23 and I'm perfectly happy.
Yeah, 2/4
Yeah.
with extra energy. Sure.
I think this is already like top 3 cards, maybe?
I don't have
Or
it.
close to
I
top
don't.
3 cards?
It's that I don't know if I like it more than Web Sling. Because I think I can use Web Sling in kind of anything. I think Web Sling is just going to be good.
Yeah, maybe just like I would like it's like pretty close to Web Sling in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm just still dreaming about it's a 218.
Sizer says the Revive card is better. I think the difference between 2 and 4 is
That's what I was.
big. Do you think the Revive card is better?
I don't think so.
I mean, we have
I
it
think
like we don't even
the
have them
Revive
close.
card is. The Revive card is just living off of the text its highest power, which makes it better than like a Phoenix Force Elixir. But
well, they're both highest power, right?
no, I mean like in comparison to like a Phoenix Force Elixir, Adamantium is good.
No.
But that's like the only way this card is somehow saved. I like Fastball more though.
You guys remember when we played that limited time game mode where we had the Carnage spell? It's like
So
it's
like,
basically like kind of that in a way.
I mean,
And
so
Destroy was amazing when we had that.
I have a death in a lane, and turn 6 I play that on death because like they're probably not contesting my death lane a reasonable amount of the time, right? I play that on
Oh,
my death, and then I have 24 power in another lane by playing Adamantium Fusion.
interesting. We have one of the
Mhm.
best move players here in chat, and he says destroys
Above,
above web slinger.
okay.
I could agree with that. Yeah.
All
It's
right,
just
sure.
like they're
Fastball,
pretty close to me. They're pretty close.
sure. I'm fine with these 3 cards are fucking nuts. Deafening, Chord, Fastball,
Yeah.
Special, Web Sling. I think that I would have all 3 above Spider-Man Superior. And I think Spider-Man Superior is insane as well. I think that these are a
Yeah.
lot of crazy good cards. This is why we're doing this, by the way, because these cards are fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When Marrow, when discarded or destroyed, a 2/3. Randomly split -6 power among enemy cards. Sure.
Eh.
Fine, whatever. Like, if you're running discard, like, I'll happily run this in a Morgan Le Fay deck.
Yeah. This is what I mean about like actually having some interesting bridge cards. Like
Mm-hmm.
maybe there is a room to start making like affliction destroy, affliction discard
Yeah.
style cards,
I don't know. That
right?
it's
Like we still don't have enough
randomly split.
as
Yeah.
yeah, which is you know still if you're playing an Ajax deck or something like that, that could be good.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to push the design space in a direction that I would like, where we're not just playing destroy decks, we're not just playing discard decks, and we can just hybridize, and maybe that's interesting and that's fun.
mm-hmm.
And yeah, this could be fun.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know.
kind of sad they missed out on the opportunity to make this a free cost. Because now you could have done Firelord with her.
Yeah.
Like, they missed out on a really great opportunity to make Firelord better.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I
I
don't know if
guess
I don't think I'd play her
we
as a
shouldn't
3 cost.
complain. Yeah. I mean, we shouldn't complain about the 2/9.
Well, she's not a 2/9 because you have to discard to destroy her. She's a 2/6.
I mean,
Yeah.
depending on what you're doing. If you do like Carnage or Venom on her, she's a 2/8 or 2/9.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, in discard she's an 0/6, which is what her real power is, I think. I think she's a discard card, not a destroy card.
Yeah, I mean, you can just
or
slap her
Morgan,
into.
discard Morgan.
If you just slap her into like a basic destroy deck and you just Modok, it's like
Yeah.
you get
an extra
Scorn off
Proxima.
and you get
Yeah. I don't know. Probably better than Maverick, worse than Spider-Punk. Worse, they gotta be worse than Adamantium, right? Just better than
Yeah.
Ezekiel.
Yeah.
Worse than Adamantium,
Yeah.
better than Ezekiel. Okay, that's a fair spot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's worse Proxima. Okay, that's a good card. That's a good card. All right. Aurora. No North Star, but we got Aurora, huh? Aurora is a 6/5, our first 6-drop, I feels like in forever. On reveal,
Yeah.
give one of your other unrevealed cards to each location +2 power. Repeat for ongoing, activate, and end of turn. So basically, you play it and it gives all your other cards +2 power.
Yeah, I'm a little bit confused what they mean by that, like repeat for ongoing, activate, and end of turn. Like, do they just mean like if
Because
you have those cards, you can just do the +2 power to them as well
I
at the
think
same
so.
time?
I think so. I think it's just giving +2 to
Yeah.
anything that has one card at each other location that has an on reveal, an ongoing, and activated end of turn. One card of each
One of your
type
other.
at each location gets +2.
So you can. It's essentially at maximum. It's 613. Am I doing that math correct?
So let's say you
Because
have
it's
4 cards,
four archetypes.
4
Yeah.
archetypes. So you could have 4 at each location. So it could be 8. It could be 16. Yeah, this
It
is.
could be.
Yeah.
Wait,
I don't care
isn't
about
it even
this.
higher because her own lane is getting buff too?
No.
At each location,
Oh,
it means her
each
location is
give one
included
of your
too.
other honor at each. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it could be even better than a 16.
So it would be 8 + 8 + 3, right? So 8 plus 8 plus 6 is what? 22? Plus 5, 27. So she could be a 27, but that seems fucking utterly impossible to do.
Yeah, that seems hard to set up. Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. I think she
yeah.
sucks. I'm going to say this now. I don't think she's any good.
We
Anytime.
are back with me coping. Imagine we play Zoo, which
No.
plays ongoing on reveals. That's a good finisher for a Zoo deck. You play Gilgamesh on 5 and you play Aurora on 6. With a Shanna, you most likely get something going.
I'm not doing that, sir.
Stop coping on Zoo. Zoo will be broken.
You stop coping on Sue. I think this is better than Spider-Man Noir, and probably worse than Chameleon.
Maybe better than Chameleon.
Sure, I don't. It's toward the bottom of our list. I don't think it's better than Chamber. I'd rather play a 2/9 than a 6/11. For reasons that should be obvious.
Zoo with Makari. Okay, I got it.
Makari
Easy.
doesn't work with this.
End of turn.
Oh yeah, I guess Makari gets +2. Sure.
Mm.
I mean, I feel like hitting the. All right, you have fun. Like if I can I feel like I can turn this into like a 6/15 and it'll be fine. But like, I just don't wanna. I just don't wanna.
Bob Blackcat.
Yeah, Bob Blackcat. Sure, you pay Bob Blackcat. You have the obvious on reveals. You have the ongoing suit of like Dagger, and then you play this and it's a bunch of power. You have fun with that, and let me know how it works when I play Killmonger.
Yeah, you
get ready.
Make the most
get ready.
Jank
get ready
deck.
to do the snap slides already for the next YouTube video when she gets released.
I'm very excited. I'm gonna request from Marvel Snap that I do the video for Aurora, so I could just be like, "Toxic Soul King says play this in Zoo." All right. Our last card is the last card of 2025 is Phantom X. What a year! 2025, the one I moved around the world. All right, whatever. Phantom X. I should probably not get nostalgic 2 months before. Because we're reviewing a card. 4/6 activate. If you've had cards discarded and destroyed, afflict front row enemy cards at each location with -2 power.
So now we talk about the 2/1 again we had before.
Sure, I need more than 2 cards for that archetype.
Discard Wolverine, somehow destroy Wolverine.
And Wolverine X23, Marrow, Proxima. We can do things.
It's just like activate part is like again weird. Like,
so
it doesn't need to be an activate.
So yeah, this is a 4/18. Like anytime you get it to happen, it's a 4/18.
Yeah,
which is very obviously a ton of points.
You do like the fastball with him because then you have your free destroy, and you go for more like a discard option.
I mean,
so
you can't run just one destroy though. You have to run multiple, right?
I could run a Kid Omega maybe. So you have 2.
I think we need cards that say destroy or discard. More cards that say destroy or discard to really work. This feels like a decent dock in home too, right?
Yeah, I think I can envision some like afflict.
Yeah,
man, I don't know.
Zola dock and deck says Brady.
Yeah,
that's like that. Look, that deck would be happily play a 4/18, right? Even if it's only a 4/10 in the lane it's in. I think it's a cool idea. Like this is trying to create a new archetype, although it is a 4-cost activate, which is always fucking terrifying.
Sure, yeah.
It has potential to be one of the biggest cards in his season.
I mean,
it doesn't. It's just like get the perfect.
Even as a 4/18, even as a 4/18 in this season, we have Aurora that has potential to be bigger. We have I guess Chamber's probably not getting that big. We have whatchamacallit.
Which is worse. We have Weapon X, which is worse.
We have Adamantium Infusion. We have the Fastball special. And while Weapon H isn't bigger, it's probably cheaper. Right? I don't know. I think this season is really, really strong. I think the next 2 seasons are really strong. Oopsie.
I could imagine if somebody or if we cook enough well, this might be better than Weapon H. I call it.
Oh, I don't think so. I think it needs support.
I think like you can set it up as like a big combo deck with like you put Bullseye, you put Jocasta, and then you put this card in a lane, and then you do like Dakin something, Zola or something like that, and then you just absolutely demolishing their side of the board with negative power with all the double bullseye activates and things like that. Like there could be some fun hat there. I don't know how
So the problem with
consistent or
the problem with
powerful
playing
enough
this
that would
with
be.
the problem with playing this with Jocasta is like the same problem we run into where it's like got to be Jocasta into Bullseye, right? Or Jocasta into Bullseye into this. Like your curve is fine-ish, but it's not easy.
Yeah, it's a lot of setup. It's a lot of setup.
I don't know. I think it's good, and I still need to find a time to destroy a card as I'm playing all these.
Yeah, Zola would be here.
We're Zoling Phantom X then.
We're Zolaing Dakin after you play Magic or something, or you
When
get
are we
your
playing?
ramps out.
Yeah, that seems
Yeah,
like a
it's
lot.
like a combo. It's like a big combo thing. I feel
I
like
think
at
this is
least.
probably good, but I don't think it's great. I think it needs support. There'll be a card that comes out that breaks this, but it's not yet. This feels like Man Spider to me, where it's just a big combo card. We have Man
It's gotta be
Spider.
better.
Yeah, better than Man Spider. Is it better than Weapon X? I guess Man. I think Man Spider is better than Weapon X, but whatever. I think we're probably underrating Man Spider just because Man Spider is going to have a stupid combo.
Well, I'm telling you, it's got potential, but yeah, I don't know.
We just can't figure out what it is.
Yeah.
So it has to be better than Hydroman. It's got to be better than Ezekiel, right?
Yep.
It's probably not
Yeah.
better than. It's better than Marrow. Is it better than Adamantium Infusion? I guess no, because we know where
I think
Adamantium
that's
Infusion
like,
goes.
yeah.
If it goes above Adamantium, I think it goes above
I don't think it
the
goes
card
above.
above Adamantium as well.
I don't think it goes above Adamantium.
I don't think either.
I could see this above, honestly, above Spider-Punk.
I
But
think you're
it's
just. I
2v1, I
I
guess.
think you're wrong on Spider-Punk. I wish Sizer was still here so I could be like, Sizer, how good is Spider-Punk? But like, yeah, I don't know. I think that you're sleeping on Spider-Punk. I think that Spider-Punk is basically always going to be a 310 and fairly often going to be a 314 to 318. Like I'm playing this to be a 418, and I think Spider-Punk is basically a 318 with so much less work.
I think
Yeah,
the issue that you will see running into with Spider-Punk is going to be that it won't feel worth it to run into some busted ass decks.
I think Spider-Punk is your third move card. I think it is. I don't want to run Vulture. I think Vulture is currently bad, and I'm stuck running Vulture in some decks, and I will just put Spider-Punk in that spot.
And if you just play Cage, Punk is doing nothing, right? It's like stream.
Sure, that's fine. If people are running Luke Cage, then I won't run Spider-Punk. That's fine.
Yeah.
But like I haven't seen like regular Luke Cage in a billion years.
Because Phantom X isn't out yet.
Sure. Phantom X is a cool character too. I'm happy they gave him a cool ability. Hi, Kez. All right. So I'm just going to take us through the list from bottom to top. Cool?
Mhm.
And then we'll get to our card of the week, which we only have one of because Toxie was a sleepy bear. All right. And I agreed with Ika. So Spider-Man Noir is the worst card coming. It is a November 18th spotlight. Do not buy unless you really want to try to make Zoo work. Then we have Chameleon. Chameleon is a event card, we think, but also not great. Then we have Aurora, who also might be a Zoo card. It turns out only Toxie in this whole wide world like Zoo. Toxie and Fudge are the Zoo players. Then we have Chamber, the December 2nd card, spotlight card, which seems okay, but like not worth the squeeze. Wild Child also seems okay, not worth the squeeze, at least as of right now. He is the Series 4 card that comes out in early December. Then we have Man Spider, who Brady insists is going to be broken. He merges and doubles a card's power. So if you can figure out the right thing to double with like a Kid Omega, he could be stupid, I guess. From there, we've got Weapon X, who is the season pass card of December, who we don't think is very, very good. Then we've got Hydroman, who is a limited time event mode coming late November. He is wildly confusing about how good he'll be. Then we've got Ezekiel Sims, who is the November 11th Spotlight, who might or might not be Silk. Marrow, who is a worse Proxima, coming out in a limited time mode in December. And Phantom X, who is the last card releasing this year, who I think could be, we think could be great, but doesn't have a natural home yet. From here on, we know what these cards do, and we think they're pretty damn good. I think this is a fair point to say Breakpoint. Adamantium Infusion, the Season Pass Premium coming in December. Reviving a destroyed card with double power, your highest power with double seems good. Maverick, then, because we finally have a card that makes, I think, Prodigy good. From there, Spider-Punk, the November Season Pass card, who I am the high man on personally, because I think things that move and steal power are good. Wade Wilson, because Destroy needed more consistency, coming in December's limited time mode. From there, we have Prowler, who I'm a little lower on than consensus, but I think is great. I think the 3 cost that creates is a little bit worse. We go into Weapon X because just you put him in discard and he's totally fine. Sorry, Weapon H, excuse me. And then we have the next, like, I think all that is like the great tier, and then we have the we think are truly like OP insane Web Sling, which is November 4th. Series 4. On reveal next turn, you can move one of your cards away from here. Hell yeah. Then we have the December 18th limited time mode. So we have a Series 4 and limited time mode near the top, which is a 2-cost skill. On reveal, destroy your highest power card here to afflict an enemy card here with that much negative power. Then we have a November 20th limited time mode, Deafening Chord. On reveal, afflict an enemy character here that costs 3 or less with -1 power and remove its text, which should change the whole game. And then we have the November 4th Spotlight as the best card. Superior Spider-Man, at the start of each turn, you get +1 energy if you have any cards with increased power in play.
That's so crazy.
That is, yeah, this is crazy. All right. Our variant of the week is Death. And Toxie and I both chose the same Death. Sorry, not Toxie. Toxie, you don't count because you were asleep. Toxie chose Sleep.
I would have chosen that one
Really?
though as well. So it actually 3, yes.
So the right answer is the new Dan Hip Death, which is unbelievably good. Tell us about it, Ika.
I mean, what can you say? This is maybe the best Dan Hip variant, period.
Yep.
And that's saying something because there's some real good ones in the game. It's just so good. Like, from an artistic standpoint, from like just the design standpoint, everything visually, you got a little Thanos there, you got a little Deadpool there. Fantastic. It's great. I have so many positive things to say about this. I am gushing over how good this variant is.
Yep. Toxie, anything to add?
I think lore-wise, it's probably my second favorite card, design-wise. Like, Thanos being in love with Death and Deadpool, which is like, yeah, he can't die, and Death is like Death. It's amazingly done. And usually I'm not that much sold on hips, but this one is really, like, for people who understand Marvel lore, they will love this variant.
Yeah, unbelievable card. Props to Dan Hip. All right. Remember to follow Ika. Why should you follow Ika? Ika, find something new to sell yourself with.
You should follow me because I recently purchased a jaw harp. And
What is a jaw harp?
You know those things where you like it's like a little thing you put in your mouth and then it makes like that kind of sound.
Yes.
Like you're flicking the little
Bean
thing.
Yes.
While it's in your mouth. So yeah, if you want to hear that, and while I play Marvel Snap sometimes, follow me there, and other good stuff where like we play meta decks, etc., the stuff you've heard before.
So sometimes we use the phrase "a hat on a hat" to say something is useful. Ika is not just a hat on a hat; he's a free hat on a hat, and there's nothing better than a free hat. So follow Ika to get a free hat on a hat on a hat.
That's true. I do wear a lot of hats, literally
and figuratively. I don't know what that actually means. All right. Why should we follow you, Toxic Soul King?
I have an organ or like a mouth organ or a harmonica, so I can.
Okay, I was like, yes, your mouth is an organ, Toxie.
I can jam with Ika. We can do
That's right.
music together while we snap. No, but I try to be like I think at least that I'm probably one of the most passionate people out there in Snap. Like I'm doing this in December for like 2 years now straight with almost no break and mainly only Snap. So I really care about the games. I played every single gauntlet, for example. Even though I qualified, I just went for the experience and everything. I stayed awake till 3 a.m., even napped before that to be here for this podcast, just so I figured out it's not even 3 a.m.
It's like 3 p.m.
Yeah. I was so happy. I went to bed at 7 p.m. just to be fully energetic for a 3 a.m. And then I wrote Ika, wait, you're in the podcast? And then yeah, but in 14 hours. And I was like, what do you mean 14 hours?
Sorry, my fault. Time
But yeah,
zones are hard.
I love this game, and I try to learn every day something new, and I really care about this game. I care about the creators. I love to connect with people that are as much interested as I am. And you can ask me questions about anything, and I will tell you my honest opinion, except of Zoo. That's broken. Don't ask me anything else about it.
So I need you to follow Toxic Soul King as a reward. Toxic Soul King actually slept. And like I didn't know that ever happened. So I think like a child getting a treat or a dog getting a treat for good behavior, we need to reward Toxie with some follows so that he knows that we will reward him if he sleeps, and we need to train him Pavlovian style to sleep more often. So please follow Toxic Soul King. Help me help Toxie. All right, we all good? Also, you get to be a part of a band. Like, how cool is that? A band of instruments I've never heard of. We good? Certain tiers of support on our Patreon come with on air things. I'm going to say a whole bunch of names as fast as possible once I like wet my mouth. Sorry. Thank you to Jonesy Snaptone, who obligated some mentor burner LAB Inc. Iron Frost and Hota. Oh nope. Iron Cloak. Welcome, Iron Cloak. New Iron Cloak. Woo! Hota Never Take Prime Ryan Burke Ryan Wood Snap Ryan Wrench. Regular Caps Vera, Go for Kev, Caretaker Lee, Corey, Kazushi, Archangel, 3K, Black Tie, Professor, The Goat Seeker, Code, Hollow, Synth, Fat Nick, Absolute 10, Dirty Casual, Dark Moogle, Bizarre Waffle, Cable, Cinder Prime, Philly, Haplo, Kennelock, The Danger, The Biz, Black TV 23, Extra SKBG, Jessica Gamble, Slush Death, The King of Bros, The Great Kazoo, Werewolf, Kevsioto, Clam, Colonel Foreman, Rob, Silverman, David G. Winfield, Stephen Markov, Just Ryan, Jason B, Matt B, William, Billy Nichols, Ray Sean Smith, Charles, Chucky Washington, Corbin, John Q, Jimmy Q, Yes Out, Ace H, One Big Man, Cactus Jack, Steve O, with your Network, Type Pro, Kevin Joe, Samson, Joe, Pickety Boom Bop, Bricks, Do, Click, Ocularis, welcome back, Green, Goblin, Flam, Tids, Expressions, Hoot, Only Fox, Matt H, TJ, Mike, Jason, Novak, Flex, Nick, the Greek Geek, Toxic Soul King, Hi Toxie, Zadra 24, the King of Canada, JJ, who changed his name, and I still don't know to what, Deadman Falcon, Fafler, Newman, Two Ties, the Great Lord as the Pirate King, Taka, and of course, Gunny T, where the T stands for. We did a podcast, boys.
But it's King Emissary.
Okay, I need to change that. We'll change that once this podcast ends, because I keep wanting, but then I can't do King of Canada, and I'll be a little sad. But it's fine. He can be King Emissary if he'd like to.
King Emissary.
No, I'm not. That see, that's no. Go check out King Emissary. Peace out, everybody. Don't unsubscribe, please.